Whoa. Ooh. Good morning.
Los Owls 1 says, hiya.
Good morning. It hid one of Mel's messages. That's funny. It hides. TikTok hides the message. This pisses me the F off. It's not the full word. It's the letter F. It's crazy.
X_Mel says it filtered that. LMAO.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll just ask you: is it because it's just none of it's doable? Is that why it pisses you off? It's because all of that's done with mods. None of that's vanilla. Is that why? Good morning, Courtney.
Courtney G says good morning. Los Owls 1 says, huh?
It's an AI prompt.
It's
all AI generated
it's
stuff.
It's an AI prompt.
Is that what you mean? It's all AI stuff. None of it's real.
X_Mel says, yeah.
Yeah. Same. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, morning, my friends.
Good morning. How are you? I gotta go grab my coffee off the machine, y'all. I'll be right back.
Courtney G says, morning, Mel and Souls. X_Mel says, good morning, Courtney. Los Owls 1 says, morning, y'all.
It says your name funny. It says Lost Sowls. Lost Sowls.
Los Owls 1 says, I don't like it. X_Mel says, good morning, my lover boo.
That's too funny.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, doing good, getting ready to walk out the door for a 12 delivery day. Gonna be long unless I get help.
I bet.
Los Owls 1 says, Mel.
Why? Okay, it should go from here.
M00tastic says, good morning, pumpkin.
Good morning.
Los Owls 1 says, I'm gonna have to fix this.
It's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Let's try a different voice. Let's see what the
Los Owls 1 says no. Courtney G says, there's a little twang to Soul's name now.
Alright, let's see if this does anything to sound any better.
X_Mel says, reminds me of Joaquin Phoenix pronunciations.
Lost Cells 1 says,
there it is.
I'm just gonna answer an emoji now.
She sounds better. No, she sounds better. She sounds much better. Alright, so this is my Powerball. Y'all saw the picture of it. Now,
Lost Cells 1 says, yes.
Can you imagine that this little thing right here generates up to 40 pounds of resistance? So and it's just, there's a weighted gyro in here, okay? So This actually does, it rotates inside and it also spins. So I used to be able to effectively start this on my own by spinning it real fast and then getting the motion going. It's really tough. And see, the lights aren't even on yet, so I know I'm not even going anywhere close. So the other way is with a string here. So you gotta take this string, you gotta feed it in here, and there's a little groove in here that we're using. Oh, I didn't get it in there.
Lost Souls 1 says. M00 Tostic says, what is it?
So it is a strength trainer, and it focuses mostly on grip strength because it is incredibly difficult to hold on to this thing once it's going. But it also works the forearms and the biceps. So just, I didn't get it. That was a bad one. That was no good. Get in there and stay in there, you goober. So it uses a weighted gyro inside of the case, right? There we go. And so you'll hear it quiet down.
Lost Souls 1 says, yeah. Strength.
And that, hey, Gaming with Dave, how's it going? And so you'll hear it, see how it got quiet? And all I'm doing is just moving my hand like that, but look at that.
Lost
The
Souls 1
forearm
says,
as well.
that's crazy.
It's crazy. And this is like I am holding on to something that weighs, at this speed, that's probably 40 pounds right there. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Says, maybe I need me one of those.
Oh, don't get the 40-pound one. Get the smaller one. Oh my God. Look, when you stop, I'm not moving my hand. This is that gyro is I'm not gripping
Lost
it
Souls
anymore.
1 says, LMAO.
That's the gyro moving my hand around. And just because I'm not gripping it anymore.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, was that made before or after the shake weight?
Long before the shake weight. But I mean, you saw how little, all I was moving my hand is this right here. And so once you get that rhythm, oh my God. From the shoulder down is on fire right now. Absolute fire. The company is Dynaflex. I don't think it's not gonna focus on this. But yeah, you can, their website is DFX. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just found I used to be big into climbing. And I've had this for
M00 Tostic says,
15,
wow, LOL. 15
years, probably. I've had this longer than 15 years. I've had this going on 20 years. Yeah, it's an amazing strength training, grip strength training tool, but it will build forearms, triceps, biceps. It tones everything. Oh, right here is the sorest. Oh my God. Oh man. What do you say we Minecraft a little, huh? Is the music loud enough?
Lost Souls 1 says, I missed you guys.
Something's wrong. This isn't Vibrant Visuals. Something's weird. Aha. Something's weird. Something seems different. better now. I don't like those wavy lines on the water.
Exo_Mel says, goodbye palm tree.
Goodbye, Insomniac Island. Yeah, today and tomorrow, that's it. That is it. So what we need to do is we need to get a shulker box. We need to go over here and grab. I'm pulling I'm making an executive decision, and I am putting glow lichen down in the end.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, empty your chest.
I will. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow morning stream. I was thinking about doing it today, and there's still a possibility that will get done today, Ace. But yeah,
Lost Souls 1 says,
I was just gonna do that like right as I'm leaving to go to the awards
Exo_Mel
ceremony.
says, do we need to do that?
Yeah. So the reason to do that is that let's say you get a laptop in with your newfound income, you find a laptop on sale
Ace
here in a
Gaming
month or so,
3406
right?
says, yeah.
Well, let's say you want to download this world. You're not going to have any of your stuff. Whatever's in your ender chest is gone. It's gone. Because the player data, when he does that, it doesn't really save like that. So, you're going to load in, if you download one of these worlds, you load in where DJ was, okay? And so he always does that.
Exo_Mel says,
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
And so he does that like at the world spawn, basically, so he'll probably be right in the castle, okay, when he does the world save. And when you download this world file and you open it up for the first time, that's where you are, and it doesn't know who you are. Your player data is gone. It's gone. Okay, so what I do is I take all my Ender Chest stuff and I put it in a pile in a certain spot, and I say, here's the video clip. Here's my coordinates. If you're wanting to, have access to any of my stuff, here it is. Here's all my stuff. All right. I don't think that this is enough. I think we need some more, y'all. So, let's get our handy dandy. Whoops. There we go. Let's let that run for just a minute. Oh my gosh, my arm hurts.
Lost Souls 1 says, Mel, I set up a small chest in our storage for mine with a sign.
There you go.
Ace Gaming 3406
I make like a
says,
big
notebook.
display out of it. Notebook. Let's see if I can get it going. Nope. Oh, maybe. Come on. Come on. I don't even have the lights on. Come on! I can't even get the lights turned on. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I got it.
M00 Tastic says, your lighting right now is peak lighting.
Is it? That's 'cause I blacked out this window. I blacked out the window. So look, if you can slow your RPMs down on this thing, and it's not so bad. So you don't have to spin at full speed, but I want you to note, this is all the movement that I'm doing. It is a wrist rotation. It's
Lost
rotation.
Souls 1 says, yeah, it's perfect lighting.
All I'm doing is rotating my wrist. And the faster you do it, oh my God, the harder this thing is to hold on to. Slow it down a little bit, and then switch hands. No battery needed. There is no battery in this thing. It's making its own energy. Well, you're making its energy. Oh. Yeah, so I blacked out this window right here.
M00tastic says, yay kinetic energy.
I don't know that this is kinetic energy. I think this is where's Stegster when I need him? Gosh darn it. Oh my God. Ace, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. From that. That's all I'm doing.
Ace Gaming 3406 says, LOL.
That's all I'm doing, but it's a 40-pound weight.
M00tastic says, that's nuts.
Oh, it's crazy. It's such a good workout. Oh my God. I'm so out of shape. I'm so out of... I have to two-hand my coffee mug right now because I can't feel my hand. That little bit of time right there is all it took to get a whole row of glow lichen.
M00tastic says, oh.
I'm telling you, it is so much more of a workout than most people can really imagine. Because it doesn't look like it could do anything, right? It's just a ball. But, guys, I gotta tell you, that will absolutely shred your arms. You need some strength. Like, if you're just not strong at all, you need some strength. But if you're just looking to tone or shred your arms, it is insane.
Mel says, that ball is nuts.
It's crazy. It's so wild. And my ex-wife is super fit. She couldn't hold on to the damn thing. She could at a real slow speed, but once she got the rhythm down and started to try and get it up to full speed, it would like fly out of her hand because she just wasn't strong enough to hold on to it. And y'all have seen her, she's fit.
M00tastic says, it didn't read the emojis.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Dance, dance, be bobble, dance, dance. So there you go. I'll read it for you. Where am I going? I am going to the end.
M00tastic says, probably better off that way, El Mao.
Probably, yeah. And I think that if you get the bot salesman fast enough, it won't read out their comments, but you have to do it fast.
M00tastic says, nice.
Woo!
M00tastic says, I'd be Herkel Dirklin.
Be Herklin and a Dirklin.
Ace Gaming 34
Hey Patricia, how's it going?
Have a good day all.
You got a what? Oh, Ace. Yeah, wait.
Lost
no.
Cells 1 says,
Yeah,
bye,
Ace said that. Yeah, he got to go to worky work.
Exo_Mel says, I don't see how this nether can ever be topped.
Dude, man, Lanny keeps trying to say that season one's was better, and I just don't agree. It was good. Everything that Rocketcraft does is good. I don't think that this nether hub and tunnel system will be topped. I just don't see it. I don't see it. what it says. Can I not say hi back? I guess not. I did, but Patricia, how are you? Hello, hello. Bum-ba-dum. Yep, got the pumpkin on. Wow. We got a lot of these test candles to knock down. Yo.
M00tastic says, why take the candles out?
Because we're going glow liking. I don't like...
M00tastic says, ONVM.
I don't like how the candles look from afar. The candles aren't bad up close, but when you're flying around over this platform and those little dots of the candle are just distracting and they take away from the glow, the purple glow that I'm looking for, you know what I mean? Bum 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 bum. Whoa.
Lost Souls 1 says, this turned out amazing. I am so happy I got to be a part of it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I really like this. Would I ever do it again? No. No. I'm never doing this again. Nope.
Jonna B. Good says, hi.
Good morning, Jandra.
Lost Souls 1 says, LMO me either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lost Souls 1 says, hiya Jandra. EXO_Mel says, good morning Jandra. Jonna B. Good says, morning souls. M00tastic says, morning Jandra. Jonna B. Good says, morning Mel and Muti.
So, if we look at this... Oh, Ace is already gone. Yeah. I was going to ask him if he would put some end crystals up here for us. I should have taken off those ones on the bottom. Yeah. No, not high enough. Yeah, and see, then there's no candle, like obtrusive candle, you know, and it's going to give just that faint purple glow to all of those tentacle-like objects. Yo, let's go.
Jonna B. Good says,
going to Aspen today?
Today
Heck
I'm
yeah.
going to a little place called Aspen.
Heck yeah.
M00tastic says, nice.
don't forget to hold your pinky up in the air while you're there. You got to make sure that you walk around with your pinky up just like this.
M00 Tostic says, LMFAO. Lost Souls 1 says, the glass effect looks great.
Aspen's pretty bougie.
Jonna B. Good says, the little finger.
Yeah. So, has Vale become more bougie than Aspen now, or is Aspen still take the cake? Since Vale Resorts now owns almost every ski resort in the country, which is disgusting. They ruined the one that I used to work at.
Jonna B. Good says, oh, absolutely. Vale is the new place purely because of the skiing.
Yeah. But skiing's good in Aspen, too. It's not Vale. But Vale Resorts now, like literally, they own so many of the ski resorts in the country. It's not even funny. It's actually quite gross. And they own the ski resort that I used to work at on Highway 2 in Washington State.
I prefer Estes Park to both of them, honestly.
Yeah. You should go visit Mel in the wintertime and take a little trip up to Stevens Pass and go see what the Washington terrain and snow is like. It's epic.
Jonna B. Good says, I might go to Estes instead and go see the Stanley Hotel. Lost Souls 1 says yes. EXO_Mel says, that would be fun.
The terrain on the Cascades is nuts. And people are like, oh, the Rockies are taller. Okay. Sure. Sure they are. Yep. It's not how mountains work. I'd totally give you a lesson if you want it. So,
M00 Tostic says, what is the purpose of the Bublés? EXO_Mel says, if anyone comes this way,
portals.
We can road trip it in the minivan. M00 Tostic says, bubbles.
So these are your portals.
Lost Souls 1 says,
to the outer end.
LMO.
This is how you get. So,
M00 Tostic says, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so if you don't take one of these, you have to fly like 1,000 blocks over nothing but void to get to an island. Like it's a long way. And these teleport you to what we just call the outer end. So this is the
Jonna
end
B. Good
island.
says, if you guys have never been, I def recommend. They have Stanley's own steamer there too. Pristine condition.
Oh wow, really? I'm not, I don't know that would be for me. I look to more things like if the Winchester House were a B&B, that's where I would go there. If you don't know about the Winchester House, look that up. Y'all know I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm telling you right now, a building like that would absolutely, like, it has some potential to make you really crazy. Because of the way that... Found a hole!
Lost Souls 1 says, yeah, me too. Dean and Sam.
Found a hole!
M00 Tostic says, the architecture alone is amazing.
Found a hole.
Jonna B. Good says, come on, chef, it inspired The Shining. And oh, I know the Winchester house. I'd never go there.
You say the Winchester house inspired The Shining? Oh, the Stanley house, the Stanley Hotel. Look.
Exo_Mel says, we all puckered with you.
I definitely puckered on that one. Definitely.
Lost Souls 1 says, yes, we did.
I definitely puckered.
Jonna B. Good says, clenched my cheeks there.
I got a little squirrely there, but I recovered. I gotta find... Oh, that'll work. God! I don't like that thing being there.
Jonna B. Good says, I just love Estes. They have the second oldest working movie theater in the country too, I believe.
That's pretty cool. Where was that cheeky little... Right there. Okay, that was scary, but we're gonna continue on because, you know, we can get to our rockets. They're in our hotbar. We know what to do. We know what we're doing. Mama didn't raise no... Fool. Dun, 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 dun.
Exo_Mel says, Lolo.
So, is there anything other than just people thinking that that hotel is haunted? Because, like, I'm not bothered. Like, and that's why I wouldn't spend money to go there. It's because if that's all that you have
Lost
to
Souls
offer...
1 says, huh.
If that's all you have to offer, I'm not interested. Right? Does that make sense at all? It's not too cynical? The Winchester house is supposedly haunted as well, but I want to see the maze of rooms. That's what piques my interest about that place. Hallways to literally
Jonna
nowhere.
B. Good says, the building itself is like taking a step back into history.
That's
it's
fair.
an overall amazing experience.
After we do this one, I'm gonna fly up there and look again and see what it looks like.
M00tastic says, I personally don't care about a place being haunted. I care more about the antique architecture. I love old, beautiful buildings.
Same. Look up...
Jonna B. Good says, it's all the original paintings, mirrors, lights, etc. It's so beautiful.
That would be cool.
Lost Souls 1
cool.
says, are you leaving the happy guests?
No, I'm gonna take them out.
M00tastic says, the spa I went to in CT was beautiful.
When I say take them out, I mean... not remove them to greener pastures. Remove them to deader pastures.
Lost Souls 1 says, I know.
We just had some end lightning, so let it calm down. Yeah! Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
M00 Tastic says, very pretty. Lost Cells 1 says, better.
And we could even come through this area and put some to
Jonna
kind of...
B. Good says, looks so good, you guys.
Thank you. It was an absolute task, I'll tell you that. Absolute task to remove this stinking island. The indigenous population of this island wasn't very happy about it
M00
either.
Tastic says, I was gonna say that because I hate the separation, LOLOL. Lost Souls 1 says, but we got it done.
Mm-hmm.
Jonna B. Good says, it reminds of the sun symbol Rapunzel has, especially BC, it's purple too, LOL, I love it.
It was reminding me of that. Of this end lightning that happens now. So I've got a pack that Sonic was using yesterday that I want to try out, the Better Vibrant Visuals. I haven't downloaded it and activated it or anything yet, but I think we're going to try that later today. We're going to try it out, do some testing with it, and just see how it is. And
Jonna B. Good says, how has Mini Chef been? Is this school year being good to him?
so far, he's still struggling a little bit in a couple of categories that a lot of kids struggle in. But that's just part of being a parent. And so yeah, but no, it's definitely going pretty darn good. He's having fun. He likes his teachers, and that's a huge win. And if a kid likes his teachers, that's a win.
Jonna B. Good says, yay, loving your teacher is one of the biggest things to having a good year.
He's got 3. So he's in 4th grade, and then they're already transitioning them to middle school schedule type. So all the kids, so there's only 3 4th grade teachers in the whole school. It's a small school. So they each have a homeroom, of one of the 3 teachers as their homeroom teacher. But each of the teachers teaches something different. So one of them teaches math, one of them teaches ELA, one of them teaches science and social studies, right? And then they have separate classes for art and music, you know, the extracurriculars and whatnot. And they shuffle in between class. They're all in the same hallway, so when you go down the end of the hallway, the last 3 rooms are 4th grade of this hallway, and so you know they're just shuffling across a hall, and you know they're all right there grouped together. But you know we didn't like, even my middle school was kind of not even like high school. We had separate classes and separate teachers, but we were in things called pods. And so pods were isolated groups of classrooms, separate from, you know, so this 6th and each grade would have 4 or 5 different pods. And there's 5 or 6 classrooms in each pod. And like everything except art and music was and gym were contained in that pod, and you never left the pod.
Jonna B. Good says, dang, they didn't do that until 5th grade for me. I remember feeling super cool going across the hall for my math class.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not where that goes. I think it's a better spot for it. Dun 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 cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. I am not a dancer, but this is definitely a cha-cha. I really wish I could pull my chat over here.
Jonna B. Good says, by the way, I already have $600 saved for vacation. Dolly World, here I come.
Would. Don't worry, you're not the first or the last that's called it Dolly World. It's Dolly Wood.
Jonna B. Good says, LOL.
My recommendation is, if you don't want to walk everywhere, get a hotel in Gatlinburg. If you want to walk everywhere, if you have the physical ability to walk everywhere, you want to walk Gatlinburg. Trust me, it's just better that way. Don't argue with me, it's just better that way. I promise you, I've been there a million times, literally. Get a cabin.
Jonna B. Good says, oh, when time comes, I'm definitely hitting you up for the tips and tricks.
Because a cabin... A small cabin, if you don't get a mansion cabin, is about the same as a good hotel in downtown Gatlinburg, okay? And so, you know, if you can just kind of get a shuttle or an Uber from your cabin into the you know, down into downtown, or you can just walk. A lot of the cabins are within walking distance of downtown Gatlinburg. And then you just walk the town. And you're going to get tired walking up and down that hill, but there's a bench to sit on every 20 feet on both sides of the road, and there are more shops than you can shake a stick at for you to go and explore and just kind of take a break, you know? It's a really, really neat place. You know, and Dollywood's down in Pigeon Forge, okay? So
Jonna B. Good says, Kevin... in the Appalachians?
Oh, yeah.
Medium light skin own emoji modifier.
So, when you come off the interstate, you come off I-40, you're in Sevierville. That's the biggest of the 3. And then you start heading up the mountain, you get to Pigeon Forge, which is where most of the touristy stuff is. So like all the go-kart tracks and the fancy, like the Paula Dean's and the Margaritaville and all that crap is down there in Pigeon Forge. Then you go through a pretty empty area of remote forest, and then you pull into Gatlinburg and it opens up and it's just like, holy cow, did not expect this. But Gatlinburg's fun. It's fun. It's a little bit hokey if you live, like, if you know, for locals. Locals generally only go up there if we're taking our out-of-town friends up, or for the very occasional trip to Dollywood. You know, if you can afford a season pass to Dollywood, you might go up there more often, but it's a nightmare. There's so much traffic. Jandra, the scariest thing in Appalachia is the humans. That's the scariest thing in Appalachia.
Jonna B. Good says, that's how co-natives feel about Denver.
Yeah, I bet. I believe it. It's bad. It's bad. Like, I don't follow the account, but he's always on my FYP. But there's a towing company that works that area, and he's got a TikTok account, and he had to tow his one of his most recent series of videos is his most infuriating tow to date, and I agree with him. It is infuriating. Because EMS couldn't get an injured hiker out of the national park because somebody just couldn't find themselves a parking spot and just made one for themselves. And when I tell you that the EMS, the fire, and the police were not nice to her vehicle, they were not nice to her vehicle.
WTF.
They busted her every window in that car trying to get into it to try and find a way to get it out of the way so that the EMS could get to an injured hiker. They broke everything. Good.
Jonna B. Good says, good.
Good. Good. You are not so entitled that you just get to make your own parking space in a national park. I don't care who you are. You're not that important. You're not. None of you. Not you guys. I love you. You, that's an understood you. I had to explain the understood you to my ex-wife all the time. English not being her first language. She's like, why do you say that to me? I'm like, no, baby. It's an understood you. That means everybody. That means anybody and everybody. Oh, yeah, I always forget that
says,
one.
Bahaha.
Yeah, she always forgot the understood you. I could see that being a tricky one.
Jonna B. Good says, they would have done the same here. When someone gets injured in our parks, they completely shut down the entry points, and no one besides the injured is getting in or out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is not a pay gate park. Up until 2 years ago, it was the last of the free national parks in the country. And now there's only paid parking. You have to pay to park, but it's an encompassing parking pass, and it's $5. Pay the parking. Pay it. It's $5, and it lasts all day, and it's good for anywhere inside Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Pay for parking. That's not bad. You're going to the most visited national park in the country for $5. And that's per car. Yeah, that could be $1 a person. That could be less than $1 a person, honestly. You know? You know how many pay gates are in Olympic National Park? Oh my God. Oh my God. You gotta pay... Now, I had a park pass because I was while I was not technically employed by the National Park Service, I was under contract with the National Park Service. I was employed by Aramark under contract for the National Park Service. And so we all got National Park passes as part of our employment, our pay package. And so we didn't have to pay. But I remember driving through multiple gates a day, and it would have been around $15 to
Lost
$20
Cells
a
one
car.
says, I don't mind paying to see beautiful parks.
Right? But yeah, each gate in Olympic was $15-20. Like, and I went through multiple in a day sometimes, you know? It's wild. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. No. No.
Jonna B. Good says, working in customer service, it's truly appalling the amount of people who have a disgusting amount of self-entitlement. Like those who think they don't need to pay to park.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact, stacking rocks in the national park is against the law. But you know what else is? Knocking them down. Let me tell you why.
Lost Cells one says, good.
Let me tell you why. It's also illegal to knock them down. Can you, actually, why don't you tell me why you think that it could be illegal to also knock them down?
Lost Cells one says, what?
Does anybody want to wager a guess? There are two reasons. Mel was made aware of one of them recently in a conversation that we were having.
EXO_Mel says, disrupts the ecosystem.
Specifically, which animal?
Jonna B. Good says, it can damage the little micro habits.
So,
Jonna B. Good says, the little fungi guys and stuff.
Here's a fun fact. So, I'll do the hiker's reason. So,
EXO_Mel says, lizard.
You as a regular individual person have no idea if that cairn, that's the name of that, of a stack of rocks, C-A-I-R-N, you have no idea if it's there on purpose or not, and shouldn't wager a guess. Because if you knock that over and that is a trail waypoint, you have just probably turned somebody into bear food. That could be the only trail marker in sight. So cairns' trail markers are designed to where you can always see the next one from the one that you're at, okay? And you walk from cairn to cairn. And that's the only, there is no trail. You walk from stack of rocks to stack of rocks, okay? And if you knock one of those over, there's a potential that there's no line of sight to the next one. That's how people get lost in the woods. You lose line of sight, just like that. The other reason is that the Great Smoky Mountains National Park...
Jonna B. Good says, yep, true story.
Yep.
Some are official navigational aids.
Yep. And so you shouldn't think that you're smart enough to determine whether that stack of rocks is one of those or not. You should let a Park Service employee make that determination. The other reason is the ecological reason. So, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park is home to more species of salamanders than anywhere on Earth. Fact check me. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the salamander capital of the world. The entire planet. At any given time, this is a fun fact that I didn't know and I just learned the other day. At any given moment in time, salamanders represent more than 50% of the weight of all invertebrates inside the national park, including humans.
Jonna B. Good says salamander.
There is
Salamander.
more weight of
Salamander.
salamanders than there are of bears, humans, deer, squirrels, possums, raccoons, elk. You name
_Mel
humans.
says, fascinating info.
Humans. There is more weight of salamanders inside the national park than there is of humans at any given time. By far. That's wild. And we also have the giant hellbender. So if you're knocking over a stack of rocks in the water, there could be an endangered species underneath it that you've just killed. And if you don't have a problem with that, you are the problem. And don't ever come here. Don't ever come here. I crush you like a little worm. You know, I really wish Kick would get it together and give a subscribe button on mobile to everybody. I really do.
Lost Cells 1 says, promise.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to meet guys like me when you're doing wrong things in the park.
Jonna B. Good says, honestly, even if you're just one of those PPL, to not pick up your dog's poop, stay home.
Yeah, dogs shouldn't be in the national park at all, if you ask me. They do nothing but cause problems. They scare animals. They disrupt the hunting patterns of animals. Because the animal is going to smell that dog and be like, yeah, no, I can't forage here anymore. There's danger here. I can no longer come here. And that animal may die because of that. Just because of your dog's pheromone scent. You know, a lot of times when dogs are running around and hiking up their leg, they're not peeing. They're spraying pheromones out. They're marking their territory. And it's not exactly pee. It's something else. It's pheromones.
Jonna B. Good says, dog poop is so bad for the environment, let alone national parks. I'm not even kidding when I say I always bring an entire extra stack of bags with me to give out to people BC. They refuse to pick up their own dog's poop.
Good. There's an account on TikTok who has a neighbor that refuses to not let their dog poop in his yard, and they never pick it up. And so his whole channel is him taking that dog's poop and taking it back over to their house and yeeting it on their cars, on their front porch, and putting it in little boxes and leaving it on their front porch like it's a package. It's fantastic. It's exactly what should be done. It's great. Are you guys gonna get all sappy if I eliminate these happy guests on stream? Are you gonna make me do it off stream?
Jonna B. Good says, I'm guilty of remembering what car they got out of, and so I carried a dog's poop that wasn't even mine through the hike and all the way back so I could set the poop on their front windshield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he rides a one-wheel.
_Mel says, you little savages.
He had a little shovel and he was riding a one-wheel past their house and yeeted it up in the air and it dive bombed their Tesla and set the alarm off. It was great. He said, oops, gotta go. What are they gonna do? Call the cops?
John
Call
B.
'em.
Good says, yes, the Tesla.
Call them. You're just exposing yourself to...
John B.
prosecution.
Good says, seriously, I'd like to talk to a ranger too.
Rangers are really cool people. They've got a very unique job, and probably one of the most rewarding jobs in the country.
John B. Good says, I love my Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Tennessee has a fairly new state park.
John B. Good says, only person who'd fight a bear for me.
Yeah. It's probably 4 years old at this point, maybe three or 4 years old at this point. And when I went up there for the very first time, it was less than 1 year open. And me and Mini Chef went up for a little hike. And he was just a little guy, but that kid follow me anywhere for hours. It's crazy. But we went up there and we ended up getting rained out. And it like the temperature dropped and it was cold and it was raining. It wasn't raining hard, but it was raining hard enough that I wasn't going to make a 5-year-old kid hike through it, right? And so what we did was just kind of like we pulled off at some of the like the swimming holes and just some of the the natural pull-offs that are created as you drive through these parks and whatnot. And then I ended up getting into a conversation there was a group of probably 4 park rangers, and they were all just doing hard work because they were still building this park, right? There's lots to do for a new state park. And so, I just ended up getting into a conversation with them, and not a single one of those guys is originally from that area, but every single one of them is absolutely just like loving it, and they're out there doing their thing, and it's just awesome. What did I just do? I'm not done, am I? No way. No way. Oh, shoot, I am. I didn't know I got all of them. Really? When did that happen? Dun, 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 dun.
Lost Cells 1 says, LMAO. M00 Tastic says, it happened during the yapping LOL.
Yeah. We all know that I'm good at that.
M00 Tastic says, you're excellent at it. Johnny B. Good says, all BRB guys got a shower.
Enjoy that. I took a late shower last night. I was up a little later than I normally am because I took a late shower. I just needed it.
Johnny B. Good says, I still love how they say my name with a twang.
Yeah.
Johnny B. Good says, the TTS.
Yeah. I totally understood what she was talking about. Man, I really want end crystals on all of these chunks of bedrock up here. Can we place it? Well, yeah, you can place it directly onto bedrock. So if I just get some... Where's this phone?
Lost Cells 1 says yes. Lost Cells 1 says, that will look so cool.
I think so, and it shouldn't spawn the dragon. Bum 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 bum. Wow 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 wow. Somebody do some searching for me. The first thing I pulled up I was checking a message on TikTok. And this person is listing a whole bunch of lactose-free cheeses. How's that work? I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. How do you make cheese without milk? Or is it just the lactose part of that is... gotten rid of in the cheese making process?
EXO_Mel says, made with nuts and nutritional yeast usually.
No, they're showing Gruyere, Pecorino, Brie, Parmesan, Gouda, Blue, Camembert, and Feta. I know them all made with milk. Right?
EXO_Mel says, oh, I have no idea then.
So y'all never told me how you'd feel about these guys.
EXO_Mel says, Souls said do it.
Oh, I missed that one. Any more? I could have sworn there was another one, but I think he's like down in the void, and I'm not about to find.
Lost Cells 1 says, you know Biggie.
Whee! The Walking Granite. Hello. How are you? The warden head really doesn't belong here, so we are going to pop that off of there. I think we should put... I think that we should put a dragon head and the egg up there. Yo, let's go with Molly with the resubscription of 4 months. What a legend. You're good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, man. I am kicking it. I am doing fantastic.
Lost Souls 1 says, I second that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly what should be here. So I am just been finishing up a few things.
M00tastic says, oh, did it auto-renew just now?
Oh, I
LOL.
guess it did. So I play on an SMP called Rocketcraft.
M00tastic says, nice.
And we play seasons, kind of like Hermitcraft does. And so the end of season 3 is mañana. It is tomorrow. So we're doing an awards ceremony tomorrow afternoon. And then after that, bye-bye season 3. We're going to take a couple of weeks off. And we're coming back on October 3rd with a brand new seed and a brand new vibe. And for me, a brand new theme. Which I'm not telling you yet. I told you, you're going to have to figure it out. I'm going to start building and I want y'all to guess. Y'all going to be guessing.
Lost Souls 1 says, rude.
She says, rude. Now, hey, listen, all y'all's kick stuff is back. So the shot by jump scares, shot by squirt, shot by rickroll, all that stuff works. Just so you know.
Exo_Mel says, just as long as there will or will not be a church. Exo_Mel says, I need to get married.
There may or may not be a church. There either will be or there won't be. One of the two.
Lost Souls 1 says, bahaha.
I'm just gonna sip my coffee. I'm gonna try and start my
Exo_Mel says,
with no
you
string.
crack me up, El now.
It's so loud when you're trying to get it going. But then, come on, it's almost there. Here's what happens when I let go of it at full speed. Oh, I'm balancing it, and it shouldn't be. If you just don't grip it, this is what it does. I'm not moving my hand. This thing is. It's a glowing orb. It's a UFO.
Lost Souls 1 says, Chess Monster needs to go bye-bye.
Who's Chess Monster? This one? I'm not taking responsibility for this chess monster. I may have placed it down, but it is not my responsibility. It is somebody else's responsibility, and I am not going to do this part of it. I did everything else. I'm not mad. But I will only do so much. I will only pull so many rescue missions in a season. I don't have it in me to do this too.
Lost Souls 1 says, LMAO.
But I didn't place this whole thing though, you know? Like, this is... I placed these, yes. But I told Teach and Nana, I said, I'll make a post. Tell people if they donated to the end, there's a bunch of shulkers in the hallway, go get it. Go get your stuff. You know? He put stuff in there. That's so cute. Dun 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 dun. But I do believe that the egg is going to go to the zoo. I think it's going to the zoo. With that, the dragon statue in the zoo. Let's go take a look. Let's just go look, shall we? We hadn't been to the zoo in a while. We hadn't checked on our buddy in a while. I think volumetric fog is too high. Or maybe it was too low. Let's try that. That seems a little better. What is that noise? What's making that noise? Can y'all tell what's happening when that noise happens? What's triggering that noise? There's the dragon. Yeah, and there's the dragon egg. Because this is a cool statue with a guy and dragon, right? But we can definitely put a dragon head there. Hi, buddy. Hello. We gotta check on our other friend. I can't see! What is happening? The darkness does weird things with vibrant visuals. That was weird. That was weird. But Polly needs to get with the program and sing to us. Polly. There she goes. This has to be the hardest parrot sound to make. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. This is the hardest parrot sound to get. Hey, talk to me. Polly talked. Not a lot today. Not very talkative today. Little boogers. Ba-dum. What a shape. What a shape this is in Minecraft. It's a cursed shape. It's an impossible shape. Coffee time!
Ooh, mama, say tonight I'm ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Oh, super spicy, it's a lot of
Exo_Mel says, look at those sick moves.
I know, right? I've already gotten back to where I can start it on my own. I tried like 10 times this morning yeah, it was this morning. I tried like 10 times and I could not do it. Could not get it started without the stream. I think that vape distribution plant in the Midwest that got raided last week, I think they distribute my normal brand of vape because they are few and far between in the stores right now. But the store that I always buy from doesn't have any. None. And that sucks. I'm going to get my coffee. I'll be right back. Lactic acid, my old friend. You're in my arms once again. It stings and burns like fire, but it also feels real good. Okay, alright, I'll stop. And if you do get one of these, you should never force the gyro to stop. Let it decelerate on its own. Yeah. That's a good spot for that. Bittersweet. But I'm ready. I'm ready to be done with the season. I have been for 6 months. Oh my gosh, this exits over. Oh. This goes all the way through. I did not know that. Whoa. And that's underneath all that terraforming. So the glowstone that you saw is underneath this moss carpet, right? That's how it's done. You don't fill it in. You light it up. My arms are sore already. Why is that extra hot? That's hotter than normal. Mm-mm-mm. So another thing that is on the schedule for today is to check all of the shops and see if there's any last minute money to pull out. Somebody bought a fishing enchantment! Yay! Nope, nobody's up to no good. I'm telling you, that's a good way to judge if there's a prank set afoot. So somebody's buying curse books. Oh, missed that. Oh, man, I did it again. Oh, yes. These are always good. These were really good sellers. I don't particularly want to do books again next season, but if somebody is doing books, no, okay, so we had 5 each. Yeah, that's fine. Those will go to teach. Bum, 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 bum. Is there not one in here either? No.
Lost Souls 1 says, shower, check. Biscuits and sausage gravy, check.
Yum.
Working 30.
Love biscuits and gravy.
EXO_Mel says, gimme bite.
Right? Oh, I'm flying up the scaffolding. Whoa. Somebody's making a creeper farm. Or doing some decorating, I guess. You could. This is way better for creeper farms, though. On the edges. Ouch. Oh, hello. What are you hoping to sell next season? I have no idea. I have no idea. I kinda know. Is that all of them? Is that all my shops? And Dollar General's been closed and shut for a while, so there's not gonna be any money in that. Yeah, that's all of them. Mm-hmm. Nice. I'm not the richest, but that's pretty close. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Now, had Teach and I not just straight split all of our shops down the middle, as it were, I can almost guarantee you that I would be the richest player. By a lot. By a lot. Because every bit of my wealth is only half of the wealth that our empire has generated. Right? And I don't think anybody's got anywhere close to double what I have. I don't think so. But I might not actually have a shop at all next season, Mel. I will make enough. Actually, you know what? I'll probably do God Gear. And I'll just use... I'm just going to use in loot, combined in loot. That's it. Just take a bunch of in loot. Some people don't really like doing the God Gear because it's a lot of levels and all that stuff, but seriously, it's okay. It'll be alright. I'm really excited for our mob farm that Teach and I are going to put together because it is going to be gonna be epic. It's gonna be great. Ow. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Lost Souls one says, that's a good idea. Jonna B. Good says, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm Chef. How you doing today? Nice to meet you. Mel, look at Jedi's response to my post in sports stuff. Souls 2. Oh my god. You want me to crack you up a little bit further?
Jonna B. Good says, have you guys ever seen the South Park episode with Kyle's cousin, Kyle, and how he says, in Baja kick?
I don't know that I have seen that one.
EXO_Mel says, yes, LOL.
I don't know if he has a PhD, but he is a retired psychologist.
Lost Souls 1 says, seen that.
He's super educated. But I think he does have a PhD. He also has one or two birds of prey that he
sometimes
keeps.
they are the ones you really gotta worry about, huh?
Almost always they're the ones that you gotta worry about. Almost always, in my experience. Because like me, they're into a lot of social experimentation. I don't like psychologists. And so, like, I don't like psychiatrists. Let's put it that way. I don't like psychiatrists. Not psychologists. Psychiatrists I don't like. So, that's kind of what started my social experiment, people watching kind of mentality in life, is kind of wanting to understand people, but not wanting to take a bunch of psychology classes. They bored me to death.
EXO_Mel says, I love people watching.
Me too. What time is the award ceremony tomorrow?
Lost Cells 1 says, I was gonna ask you that. Exo_Mel says, time is hard.
We use a plugin that usually when we make an official post about an event, it shows up in your local time zone. $10:30 a.m. tomorrow. Eastern.
Exo_Mel says, it was like 730 for me.
Yeah. Yep. So it's 10:30 for me. So So when you see a date and time with a gray shadow behind it, that's that plugin at work. Okay. And so if you see a day and time with that gray shadow behind it, I'm using dark mode. I don't know if it's a different color in light mode, but if you see a day and time, that is your local time. That is happening at where you live. That's your time zone. Because Discord knows where you're at, right? And so that plugin just allows us to display wherever your time zone is. It's going to be the correct time, wherever you live, wherever Discord thinks that you live.
Exo_Mel says, I use dark mode for almost everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, about 24 hours and 15 minutes from now is when the award ceremony is. So I likely won't do anything until I'll probably start around 10 tomorrow. Just kind of relax in the morning. Unless there's people on and hanging out and stuff, you know? Like if there's a group of people, logged in tomorrow morning and just, trying to get some stuff done over the last little bit, we can start earlier. It's fine. I probably shouldn't even worry about my device anymore because I know.
Exo_Mel says, Ikif will be able to get on. Hubs will be back, and he seems to require all of my attention.
So the awards ceremony, I would.
Lost Cells 1 says, I'm gonna get on tonight, and then get on around 7:30 a.m.
Okay, I would urge you to really try to be at the awards ceremony since it is going to be your
Exo_Mel
first
says,
one.
I am only talking a little smack RN.
So you don't have to stay for the whole thing, but it is really, it's one of those things that makes this community better than others, Mel. And because there is a real sense of accomplishment for all of us. Whether we did as much as somebody else did, it doesn't matter, because only as a unit can we accomplish what we do in Rocketcraft. That cannot be done individually. It can't be. Sure, it can be. In 10 years. Or more. Can't be done. So there's a real, it's a real kind of feel good kind of thing.
Lost Cells 1 says, truth.
And if you can only be there for a half an hour,
Exo_Mel says, I will try.
plan on being late. If you can only get a half an hour, don't show up until 10:45 or 7:45 for you. Because we don't know how to start anything on time. Why has coffee been giving me so much gas lately? Not the gas from the bottom, like gas from here, burpee gas. I think these trees should be gone.
Lost Souls 1 says, are you still gonna bury treasure at the X?
I think I removed the X though. So here's the problem with that. I removed the X, and it's now that lodestone is now under the ground in the basement of the tavern. And it needs to be, because of, like, I want it to be pointing the way that it's pointing. Yeah.
Lost Cells 1 says, oh, okay.
We could put a shulker box with some diamonds in there just as kind of a funny little thing.
Lost Cells 1 says, just a side thought.
Yeah. I need some gold. No, I don't want that stuff. What's in those shoulders? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nom, 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 nom. That would be kind of cool, though. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna miss this place. I am going to miss this place. There's no doubt about that. This is by far the best one I've ever done. I mean, leaps and bounds. This is amazing. The hardcore world's shaping out to take that place, but as of right now, this is just the cat's meow. That's what this is. Bum bum bum. Yeah, we never did the lottery draw either.
Exo_Mel says scam.
You got that right. Ain't no doubt about that. How is that X count? Oh, it's because it's from underneath. Duh. It looks like that under it too. No, it doesn't. Why do you see the X's on the reflection of the water? That's so cursed. That's so cursed. That's so cursed. I do not. I want to do chores today. I've got to do them today, though. Now, so Rocketcraft will be open for the rest of the day tomorrow, I believe. And then when he gets home from work in his evening time, he's going to do the final save. Right? I think that's what I read. Seems right.
Exo_Mel says, I believe so.
Sounds right. I don't know what else to do today. I'm done. I could try and place a bunch of paintings again, but are they just going to get knocked off? Are you still having that happen to you too, Mel, in any other worlds, or is it just the hardcore world? All.
Exo_Mel says, yes, all worlds. Lost Cells 1 says, y'all are going on Bluetooth.
Okay. Nope. That's the one.
Exo_Mel says, have a great day, my beautiful lover lady.
Hi.
Ooh, yes, 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 my precious. Yes. Yes.
Lost Souls one says, thanks lover.
We need Dennis and we need Anne Frank. Was Dennis 4 wide? No. 1, 2, 3. He was 3 wide, wasn't he?
EXO_Mel says, and Frank.
Was Dennis not 3 by 3? I swear to God he is. There he is. We got Anne Frank on the first try. No. Let's go place these. It's not that close. I thought it was way closer to nighttime. It's not. It's not. Yay! Now, there's no way that placing these up on those would make the dragon or the island reform, is there? Should we wait on this until we have a discussion with Yo.
Sadiq
how's it
547
going?
says, "Hey."
How you doing? How you
EXO
doing?
underscore Mel says, "ID wait for confirmation."
Oh, yeah, nope, sorry. Bye, Sadiq.
Sadiq 547 says,
Bye.
"I'm enjoying your stream, BTW."
We don't care. We don't
Sadiq
no.
547 says,
No.
"Have you posted it in the KickFam
So
Discord
here in
server
this
yet?"
stream, we think that people like you are trashy, and we can't stand you, because that's how you cheat to get viewers, and we don't do that here. We don't do that here. We're not lame cheaters here.
M00 Tastic says, "Bye."
Yeah, it's always the same exact verbiage too. It's the same exact words with a different name. It just guarantees me that it's a bot. And it's just a way for them to grow their own Discord server. So, i.e., you're trash, Sadiq. Trash. Oh.
M00 Tastic says, "Yep."
And we're not on Toxic Talk, so, you know, people can't get all butthurt and think that me calling somebody trash is offensive or against the rules. You're totally allowed to use your freedom of speech. Dun 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 dun. Where is it? It's that. No, that cuts off the... Well, that's silly. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I have a conversation. We can do that this tomorrow, because then we'll know for sure, right? And we don't want to put anything at risk. I mean, I'm 99.9% certain, but that, you know, that 0.1% of doubt leads to community areas getting blown up with TNT. I don't know who's done that before. I don't know who did that. I don't know who let 0.1% blow up the entire community hub, but, you know, I don't know who would do such a thing. No idea. No. Not me. No. Not me. No. I would never do such a thing. I don't know who would do that. I don't don't know. I don't know. Not me. Not me. Oh, man. What are we at? Just 2 hours?
Lost Cells One says, sure you don't.
Oh, God. I got on my inversion table last night for the first time in a little while because I've been so sick and stuffed up and everything. And you don't really want to get on those if you can't breathe through nose and mouth. Or just in general, if there's a lot of congestion in your head, it puts a lot of pressure on your brain being upside down. And so last night I was feeling good enough and very low pressure in my head, and so I needed it. I still can't get, there's one, that right hip, I can't get popped right back into place. It's going to take a few times. I think Mel and Souls have both heard that while we were in a live chat, or in a voice chat, and I was on the inversion table, and that hip popped into place, and several people heard that. Whew. It hurts that long, and it hurts a lot that long, and then I feel great for weeks if I can just get the femur sat in the hip joint. It stays crooked in my hip joint, and so I have to get that rotated back into its correct position. I will at some point in my life most likely have to get a hip replacement. You just called me Lanny. It's Mel, that's a pop that if you need it, you won't stop until you find how to do it, but I promise you don't want it. You don't want it. It hurts. That one hurts because your sciatic nerve's right there, right? And so you feel that in your entire body. It shoots from the tip of your toes to the top of your hair. It's wild. You feel it everywhere. Because the sciatic nerve runs right there in that channel. It's running right through there. And that's what's putting pressure on my sciatic, is that femur being twisted.
EXO_Mel
You want to be cracked
says,
like a glow stick?
I want to
Yeah.
be cracked like a glow stick.
Yeah. Yep. It would take, I'd probably have to go to 3 months of chiropractor before they could get everyone. Because I'm wound up so tight. And I'm a hard person to pop because I'm dense. Not like that, you meanies. Not like that, you meanies. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. Now came my papa. Yeah. My papa. Holy cow! Sadiq was the 101st follower on Kick. We now have 101 followers on Kick. Let's go! Thank you to all those trashy salesmen that come in on my follower-only chat.
Lost Cells One says, I'm over here cracking up.
What's so funny? What's so funny?
Lost Souls One says, dance. M00tastic says,
Dance.
LMFAO, yeah, cause they don't unfollow, so they continue to count haha.
Yep. Oh, dense. Yeah.
Lost Cells one
Yeah.
says, Denke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet you are. You know, I have remained on Red Note since the very first TikTok shutdown, and not once, I'm so disappointed, not once has a Chinese spy contacted me to see if I wanted to dissent.
EXO_Mel says, it's giving, I'm just floated.
Not once has a Chinese spy contacted me, and I'm kind of upset about it, gosh darn it. I think, so if anybody was talking about wanting these, I think that Walmart sells their small one now. Because I saw it when I was looking up because I couldn't remember the weight of this one.
EXO_Mel says, yeah, well, Dare promised me that I would be offered things I never have, so I feel you.
Every one of my Dare prophecies came true. Every single one. But I can also promise you that no one is giving your kids THC-laced Halloween candy. No one. Stop it. You're lying. To fit your own agenda. I promise you, it's not happening. Does not happen. That is a lie. Come on. It's not lighting up yet. We got no light. Uh-oh. Oh, it's starting to come. Here comes the light.
EXO_Mel says, no one wants to give away their goods for free, LOL.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. Hey, we got it. We're making electricity. Look at us. That blue light on my face is kind of cool. Yeah. There's another one, guys.
95HQ075 says,
Look, it's the exact same words. Hey. And then the next one is, I'm enjoying your stream, by the way.
I'm enjoying
Have
your
you posted
stream, BTW.
It's exactly the same.
95
Get rid of the trash bot.
75 says, have you posted it in the KickFam Discord server yet?
No, KickFam is for losers.
95HQ075 says, it's a good way to get more viewers and followers.
No, it's a great way to be a loser.
95HQ075 says, if you want, here's the invite link. Discord.gg/kickfam.
Try and remember, because, like,
EXO_Mel says, trash.
if you see hey and then the second comment is I'm enjoying the stream, by the way, it's 100% of the time going to be a bot. So just go ahead and, as soon as you see the second comment of I'm enjoying your stream, BTW, gone. Try and get rid of the rest of it so that their stupid, trashy Discord server name doesn't get put out there. And when you go to the KickFam Discord, they'll be like, no, that's not us. Somebody's doing it, trying to blame it on us. Someone's trying to blame it on us. Someone's just trying to get us in trouble.
Lost Stalls 1 says, I'm now sitting at work.
Yeah. They do.
EXO_Mel says, the messages post so quick.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, but yeah, so they sell these at I saw one at Walmart, their small one, for like $25, which is great. Because I paid $40 for this one. You couldn't buy them in stores, you had to order them online. And it was like 40 or 50 bucks shipped. Like I said, this is about almost 20 years ago. Almost. I was probably 26 when I got this. Yeah, so 19 years. So 18 or 19 years. So the fundraiser that my kid's doing right now for school, it's coupon books, right? And so these coupon books, I was in elementary school the very first year that my county did this as a county-wide fundraiser. Every school in the county does the same books. When I started selling them, and I just used my son's exact age, so in 1989, because that's about when it would have been,
Lost
88
Cells
or 89.
one says, Mel, if you click their name after ban, you can mute their chat, and it goes away.
Oh, cool. So the coupon book was $10 when they first came out, and they stayed $10 all the way until last year. Last year they jumped up to $20. So, and you know, his mom and I were talking, saying, you know, it's kind of expensive, but I was like, well, if you think about it, it's actually probably cheaper, because what I did is I went and I looked up what $10 in 1989 is worth today, and it's like 35 bucks. So, is it more expensive? Is it? Is it? Hey, why is that not work? Okay, you guys, I need a human moment real bad. I've been yapping, not paying attention. I've been yapping, not paying attention. Give me 1 second. Oh.
Lost Cells one says,
Hey,
y'all
you
have
two
a wonderful
souls.
day. I'll be on after work. EXO_Mel says, bye. Courtney G says, I'm back. Had to pick up car from shop. Did I miss anything?
No, not really, Courtney. Not really. Oh, you know what else I need to do? It's about 9 million degrees in here. I'm sure Lanny would love it if I did a shirtless stream, but yeah, no, I'm just gonna turn the air on, because that ain't happening. Y'all don't need my third eye staring back at you. Prying open my third eye. That's a great Tool song. Mario logged in and gave us the end crystals that we need to
Courtney G says, where do the bad rainbows go?
the bad rainbows. Oh, wait, this is a joke, isn't it? I don't know where. balloons.
Courtney G says, to Prism, but don't worry, it's a light sentence, and it gives them time to reflect.
Do y'all think Turtle's house is safe? You think there's no mobs spawning anywhere in here? Oh, this is a vomit house. Ugh. Sorry. I'm
Exo
sorry.
underscore Mel says, looks SUS.
I'm sorry, Mel. It really does make me want to pukey though. It's very laggy over here in Starter Town. There's zombies on this roof. Get me out!
Courtney G says, did you see and joke?
Yes, I love it. I have heard that one. I have heard that one, but I couldn't remember it when you first said it. It's a light sentence. That one, that's the part of it that cracks me up. Is that it's a light sentence. It's so ridiculously punny, right? Look at that little thing sparkling across the water. Stopped sparkling. I had a whisker that was curling up and tickling me. Most of y'all don't have to worry about that, do you? It was water.
Exo underscore Mel says, that rainbow joke, the mermaid tail, and the duck joke are my go-TOS.
Yeah.
Exo underscore Mel says, oh, and chicken joke. Courtney G says, those are good ones, Mel.
Showed y'all this the other day, didn't I? My super secret little fishing hut. This is where I spent my early game. This is where the trash went. So I just throw trash right there, and while I'm fishing, it would despawn. Just sit right here.
Exo underscore Mel says, yes.
I don't know if the water's still there or not. Looks like it is. Anybody need any arrows? Goodness gracious.
Courtney G says, do you guys start season 4 right after this one ends, or wait a little bit?
So normally we would wait a month, but this go round, we extended the season by 2 weeks from our original end date, so that people could experience level 3 of Crystal Craze. It is way too sweaty for me. I'm not interested anymore. It's sad. I think the fun was taken out of it, because people were competing way too hard with each other at that game. That's why I don't like competitions, is because everybody gets so try hard, and try hard people kind of irritate the crap out of me. Like, it's just stop, you know. But
Courtney G says, I can see that.
yeah, I don't like it. You know, what's funny is there was a spawner, like a zombie spawner on the way down, but I wanted skellies. But October 3rd is the day. October 3rd. I think that's a Sunday. Is that a Sunday? I think it's a Sunday. That's a Friday. So 1, 2, 3 weeks from yesterday. 3 weeks
Courtney
from
G
yesterday.
says, Mel.
Oh, Mel. I was telling Lost Souls yesterday. Some of them... Yeah, I know, right?
EXO_Mel says, it didn't want to read me LOL.
Some of these agency clowns are making it real easy for me to block more of them, because immediately I started going into the live stream saying, not stopping until I block every agency clown. That's what I say, and I real fast I go and I leave as soon as I hit send and go block them, because if they have time to block me before, then they'll be able to, still be able to get in to see my profile and stuff like that. So, but it's like every third one that I do that in, I get like 2 or 3 follows immediately, and it's just their clowns that they're little puppets that they sent over to try and do something to me. And so like I just it's immediate. It happens immediately, because they'll see like
EXO_Mel
y'all go
says,
spy on
that's
him.
That's crazy.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Courtney G says, wow.
That's how they are. And that's why I just want away from all that, because it's ridiculous. I can't get rid of them. They won't stop. No matter, I've reset my algorithm. I have not report, but recorded all of these people as something that I'm not interested in. And they still force it on me. And it is every other freaking video on my feed. It's starting to get back normal. Like, that's why some of you are getting mashup videos and some cool stuff that I'm actually interested in. I've just had to spend a lot of time on TikTok the last couple of days blocking people. And so, but it's slowly getting back that way, but it's really not near as fast as I want it to happen. It's crazy to me. Crazy, crazy sauce. Sorry, I'm just looking at something here real quick. Okay. Whoops. All right. Sorry. I was just checking on something. But I think this is probably time. It's probably time. Oh, look! Should we leave him? So somebody can be occupying this house?
EXO_Mel says, leave him.
Alright, I'll leave him. It's the ghost of you know who. It's the ghost of you know who. Oh. That's weird that it's doing that. 'Cause I can't. Okay. Look. 1 second. No? Okay. Alright. Easy enough. Easy enough. Alright, listen, you guys. I love your faces. Hey, what's going on, Terry? I'm literally just ending, buddy. We're gonna try YouTube Shorts and Kick. So you should have found me on the short. Well, you probably got a notification, but I should be showing up on the Shorts feed of YouTube because it's in a vertical format. So it should. So, and there is some discoverability there. I've had 2 people come through and say hi, didn't follow or subscribe or whatever it's called on YouTube, but hey, no biggie. No biggie. It's traffic is traffic, right? So, yeah, we'll give it a shot. I can't just leave the end of the season hanging. Tomorrow's the awards ceremony for the end of season 3. And yeah, so I'm excited to do that. That's tomorrow morning at 10:30 Eastern. We may get started a little early but we'll probably just wait right up until 10:30 to get started. 10:30, somewhere in between then. Excuse me. But I do have a lot of chores to get done today in order to facilitate being able to be live as long as I want tomorrow. So, yeah. I will go ahead and take this opportunity to bid you all farewell. I very much appreciate you being here. And, yeah, we'll see you, if not later on today, we'll see you tomorrow morning, if nothing else. All right. Bye, everyone.
Courtney G says, bye for now.
You donating plasma today, Terry? Heck yeah. Have you done that before? I started doing that recently, and I had to take a 2-week hiatus because of COVID. Well, they made me take a 2-week hiatus because of COVID. But I should be able to go back today. I was going to call down there and see if I could go back today and donate today, or if I have to wait until Monday. Oh, he said he can't hear and I'm talking to him. So, if they'll let me donate today, I'm also going to go and donate plasma today as well. Because Daddy needs a new vape. Daddy needs a new vape. And that'll do it. So, listen, y'all, love your faces. I'm going to go.